welcome to another lovely episode. I hope you guys are enjoying these lovely little skirmishes of mine, I guess you could call them. Today I'm going to talk about marathon gaming. Yes, and marathon gaming, for those of you not in the know, is based on playing a game consistently for hours upon hours upon hours without stopping, except to go to the bathroom, maybe get something to eat, restore the circulation in your legs, that kind of shit. Now, some people, they take it in the wrong direction. They'll be like, they just sit there in the same position for hours upon hours. Some will sit there for days upon days, not eating anything, not going to the bathroom, not staying hydrated. And that's not how you do that, and that's not what I did. But there were times where I would play a game for more than just a couple of hours per day. I would play it pretty much either all night or all day without anybody knowing that I was doing it. Man, oh man, those were the good old days. The very, very, very first time I played a game for that long was on the good old faithful the NES. Every Saturday, I would break out the NES, I'd set it up, connect it to the television, and this wasn't like flat panel, this was analog TV with the RF connectors and shit. This wasn't like what they have in modern technology and what have you. And it was pretty awesome to hook it up like that and just start it up and fire up the machine and shit. I would play the Guardian Legend. Sometimes I would play, what's it called? Blaster Master. That's my all-time favorite. You know, I actually beat the game twice that way, just playing it all day long. That's how long it took without save states and shit. Sometimes I would play a Mega Man game. And shortly after that, you know, we finally got our first legit computer, which was this integrated all-in-one compact computer, which it was quite the sight to behold. That's when I played one of my first, I guess you could call it 3D games. You ever heard of a game called Doom? Yeah, that was my very, very first game on the PC that I marathon gamed. See, before, on the NES or consoles, you had to share the console and stuff, which I didn't mind. Sometimes you would have to wait for someone to finish, or you just watch them play, or whatever. And again, not a big deal. But when it comes to being on the computer constantly and stuff, consistently, you can get away with some stuff. Like, my dad never really touched the computer. He didn't really know how, and he didn't know what he was doing. My mom, a couple of times, but that was before we had anything to work on. And, my sister, she kind of touched it a couple of times. And it was pretty good. But me, I was on it mainly all the time. This was during my learning phase on how to use computers. You know, it was just something that was just cool and hip and with it. And I just dug the shit out of it. It was awesome. So anyway, I get Doom. It's a trial version at first, right? I get like the trial version that you found on floppy disks. Yeah, it's not a save icon, folks. Those are actual disks where you store actual information on. And I would install the demo for Doom, and I just play it. And I played the demo over and over and over again, but it wasn't until later on down the road that I finally got the full version of Doom and Doom 2. My sister has Doom, I got Doom 2, respectively. And, oh my god, those games were fucking awesome. Those games were the fucking business. And I just played the shit out of them. You know, sometimes it'd be like it's 4 o'clock, I would play the games for a little bit, and then, you know, dinner was ready, then I had to stop playing, I go upstairs, I eat, I do my chores and stuff, get some homework done, that type of shit. But when everyone was asleep, this one night, oh my god, this one night around 9 o'clock, everyone had gone to bed early. You know, my little sister was sleeping, and parents were out, my sister was out, so I get up. And yeah, we did go to bed at 9 o'clock, so don't start with me on that shit, okay? So it was 9 o'clock. You know, this was shortly after daylight savings time. I should probably mention that because we were still in flux from the time change. So, it's 9. We're up. It's 9, I get up. I can't sleep, so I sneak downstairs to the basement, turn on the computer, and I go and I just fire up Doom 2. And I figure I'll just play it for a little bit. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? So I go and I set this motherfucker up, and I'm playing it left and right. I'm playing it all the time, always. I'm playing it on one difficulty level, then I'm playing it on another one, and it's the same level over and over, learning how to get better and faster, learning all the secrets, killing Keiko demons and imps, and blowing up the soldiers and stuff, and trying not to die from the beholders and shit. It was a good time. It was great. So I play the game for what feels like to me 45 minutes. I come upstairs and look at the clock on the wall. It's 11:30. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, gee, it's still early. Everyone's still asleep, so, I'll go back and play some more. So I go back downstairs, and I take a break for a little bit, and I play some, what is it, some kind of 3D puzzle game for a little while. I forget what it's called, and then I go right back to Doom. And, Doom 2, as it were. And I go back there and I start playing again. I played from the very beginning. I had save states and save points, but I got rid of all those, and I'm going to play it raw. And I tried out the next difficulty up on that. I think it was the midway point, because there's, I think, 5 difficulty levels. So now, I'm right back, starting over from the beginning on an even higher level, right? So I go back and I play the game from the jump, and I'm just having a ball with it, killing, ripping and tearing, destroying shit up, finding all the secrets, shooting the pinkies. Those are those dog-like demon monsters that are pink. That's why we call them pinkies, because they are the only character in Doom that are pink, that are flesh toned. The only ones. The Keiko demon is red and kind of gorish, whereas the pinkies solid pink, like they're skinless motherfuckers, and I love that shit. So, I would kill and shoot and stuff, and just be having a ball. And I remember getting through the final episode, and I was on the second to last level. And I had so much of a hard time with this fucker, because I was getting bombarded by Hell Knights and Demon Knights and just invisible pinkies and some. Oh God, there were so many imps. So many imps. But then at this final stage of the game, I come across this big bulbous thing with 2 cannons on its end, shooting out fire and shit, and I can't get it. Can't hit it at all. I'm trying to, I'm trying to take the fucker down, and it keeps hitting me with the fucking fireball, so I'm going back over and over and over and over again, and I'm trying my best to get this bitch, and at one point, I almost get him, but then one of his fireballs gets me, and we both died together, and I'm like, God damn it. And I'm like, come on, man. Jeez. This is before I knew what swearing was. Because for a while, there was a time where I was like, I don't really want to swear. I think swearing is bad. I think swearing is evil. Now here I am. I'm 39. Fuck that shit. Swearing is awesome. My favorite word is fuck. What the fuck are we doing? I'm going to go and fuck my girlfriend. Fuck this, fuck that, fuck he, she, they, them. Fuck you, fuck Trump. It just goes. It's the one word that I can say so many times, and it doesn't feel foreign to me. It feels just as fresh and alive as when I first said it. But anyway, so after, again, what feels like, this time a couple of hours, I turn off the computer, and I say to myself, I'm tired, I'm sleepy, I want to go to bed. I turn off the PC, I come upstairs, the door is closed, because this is in the basement. So I close the door, turn off everything, I'm on my way up, I head into bed, and then, as luck would have it, I notice the sun is peeking through the curtains. Yeah, it was 8:30 in the morning, the following morning. So I basically marathon gamed for 11 fucking hours. From 9 p.m. the night before to 8 a.m. the following morning. 11 hours. And this whole time, I did grab something to drink. I did grab a small snack, like a couple of yogurts here, and I did make quick jaunts to the bathroom every once in a while. But ultimately, I spent the entire fucking night, most of the mid-evening, all the way to the fucking morning, and I was just playing Doom 2. That's it. And on one end, I'm like, oh shit, that was awesome. Again, this was before I could say shit. I was like, maybe I may have said, damn, or wow, or some kind of zonkers. I don't know. And on the other side, I'm like, but wait, I gotta get up, cause it's a weekday. It's not the weekend that I chose to do this. Smart, by the way. And I just, my parents stirred. My sister woke up. They were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed from the night before, and here I am, fucking pretending to stay awake. Oh god, I so could not function. And this is me as a teenager, by the way. Oh gosh. I would go to fix breakfast, and I remember cranking eggs on the countertop instead of in the pan where they're supposed to be. I remember I was supposed to wash clothes. And I remember putting the clothes in the washer, and I think I put laundry detergent down my shirt because the shirt was dirty. And it was liquid laundry detergent, so that shirt was done. So I had to throw that in the washer as well. I remember that I wore the new shirt that I had, I wore inside out and backwards. So that was a twofer right there. I had to go for a walk to the mailbox, I think, to drop off some mail, and I forgot my stamps. So basically, everything and anything that I ever do on a regular basis, I could not do because I was tired. And I'm not entirely sure, but I think I fell asleep in the shower that evening. And the whole time, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I want to play Doom again. That game's so good, I want to play it. And I ended up finally just falling asleep. It was around, I think it was 8:30-ish, something. I remember the sun was still out. This is when we were entering daylight savings time. So, that's why I'm releasing this now, because we're about to enter daylight savings time here after all these years. It just seems to be a good fit. So, I remember the sun was just, approaching the dusk point, I guess. It was around 8:30, like I said, around 8:30, 8:45, I don't know. It was somewhere around 9. And I'm asleep. And I'm dreaming of playing Doom 2. I mean, my dreams are very vivid, you should know. And I'm just literally dreaming of myself in this wicker chair that my mom used to own, which we had for a chair at the time because, it was just a thing we did. It was there. And here I am, just playing the game, Doom 2, and I'm imagining myself going to the levels. I'm visualizing myself shooting and ripping and tearing and blowing shit up. The rocket launcher, the shotguns, the mini chain gun. I'm picturing myself. I'm dreaming about me playing Doom. And I wake up, and I'm not joking when I say this, I wake up the next morning. I slept throughout the entire night. And I'm well rested and refreshed. And my hands, I'm laying down, and my hands are right in front of me as if I was like on a keyboard, computer keyboard, where the WASD keys were and everything else. I'm so immersed in this dream of mine, in this lucid dream, that it's so realistic that I literally must have been just like, my hands must have been up and just like moving around as if I was actually playing the game itself. Because I wake up and my hands are in that position of where the WASD keys are and everything else. And the whole time I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing? What is this? On the upshot though, I did get a full night's sleep. Did not wake up once. I actually took a break from playing Doom after that because I had to straighten myself out. I took a proper shower, went through the motions of the day, and you want to know the amazing part? After saying I was going to take a break from the game, after realizing just why it was not a good idea to marathon this game, right, to pull an all-nighter, as it were, I do it again that same night. I legit do. I do it all over again that same night. This time, not till the crack of dawn. This time to 4 a.m. in the morning. When you're playing a game like that. Oh, and I almost got caught, too. I almost got caught. Because I had to come back upstairs. And I was just turning the corner. And one of the doors opened up. I heard a door open. And it was my dad. And I spun around real quick. Now, when I spun around, I was facing the bathroom door. So he sees me and he's like, "What are you doing up?" So I immediately say, "I have to go to the bathroom." And he goes, "Oh." And with that, I just get up and I just go to the bathroom. I walk in there, I close the door, and I'm in there for like a few moments. He goes to get a drink of water from the kitchen, goes back to bed. I flush the toilet after pretending to use the bathroom, and I just hop into bed. And it was like that for a good 2-3 months, but then I had to stop doing that, because eventually when you game that much, it's going to catch up to you, and it's going to hit to a point where you just really just need to get more sleep. So it was quite a thing. But man, oh man, marathon gaming, there really is nothing like it. It's really amazing and awesome and great to just play a game that you really like, do something you enjoy, and just have fun with it, and just be up into the wee hours of the morning. I don't get to do that much nowadays. I mean, with the stream, it's only like a couple of hours, but after that, nowadays, lately, I just don't do it all that often, and I miss it. Maybe one day I'll get back to it, but first things first, life and relationships and work and making a buck, an honest living, it all kind of gets in the way of that awesomeness. But you never know. One never knows what the future may hold. And that's all I have to say about this lovely story of mine, about my marathon gaming days. Feel free to like, comment, and subscribe if you're listening to this on YouTube, and add this to your favorites on your favorite podcast service. You can listen to this just about wherever any podcasts you get your podcasts from. You can most likely get it from Spotify and iTunes. That's where you'll find it available first. So, for the real talk, I was GodOfKnockers. It was real nice talking to you. Laters. Put your hands up when you feel that.